Hello, folks. My name is Danny. Welcome to Danny's Corner. Today, I want to talk about one of my pet peeves. First of all, sorry I haven't been able to post any videos uh, due to my health issues. Sometimes I'm unable to post as frequently as I would like. Um, Migraines do last sometimes for weeks and sometimes for months, especially because of the heat. It goes on for months, and I've been having some other health issues anyway, but I'm here, so thank you for those of you who have not unsubscribed, and thanks. Anyway, here we go. Pet peeve number one. Um, I'm not sure why people like leaving lights on. Let me explain. Perhaps I'm explaining myself, starting this thing wrong. Um, Usually, when people guide me somewhere, either to a room, a bathroom, a bedroom, a kitchen, whatever the case is, people like to turn the light on. And then they proceed to describe what's in front of me. Again, one of the things that I don't like is that precisely when people um, not only leave the light on, but that's uh, the pet peeve, the second pet peeve, when they start describing things that I already know. The sink is to the left. The stove or whatever it is to the right. One of the things that, as blind people, we already know is where things are. And you might ask yourself, well, how do you know that? This is a brand new place. In a residential area, or I should say, in a residential place, doesn't matter if it's a house or an apartment. Usually, things are laid out the same way. The only thing that changes, at least in the United States, I'm not sure about other countries, you guys can let me know, is the side in which they are placed. But they are so small, for example, kitchens and so forth. They're so small that a blind person is able to know quickly where things are. So you don't need a sighted person to be describing where things are. In fact, you don't need a light whatsoever. Um, and this is why I don't like when people turn on the light. Now, especially in the bathroom, um, I don't understand why people have to do this. They say the toilet is to your left. Same thing, as they did with the kitchen, except with obviously things related to the bathroom. The toilet is to your left, the sink is to your right, etc. It's like I don't need to know that. I already know where things are. Doesn't matter if this is not my house. As I said, things are already mapped out um, in my head because all apartments and or houses are laid out pretty much the same way. And um, as blind people, I could have the term wrong, but we have something that's called spatial awareness. So as soon as we go into a room, um, we are able to know how big and or small a place is. That's number one. Number two, um, because we are already familiar with the place. So let's say you tell us this is a kitchen, this is a bathroom. We already have that place mapped out, not the place in general. What I mean is, we may not have ever been to that house or to that apartment, so we may not know the bathroom. I'm pretty much explaining this in a different way, but because we already know how that bathroom looks like, because we've been to I don't know, 300 bathrooms that feel the same way. We already know what the next bathroom is going to look like, if you pardon the expression. Um, so we don't need another person to explain to us this is what the bathroom looks like. We already know. We already mapped it in our head, if that makes any sense. The only the only trouble that I have when it comes to this, and this is where I need help, would be in public bathrooms, uh, because that's a whole different ball game. In public bathrooms, there is number one the acoustics. You have echo. Number two, you have a lot of people, and when you have a lot of people, it's a lot of disorientation, and that leads to my third pet peeve, which is um, you don't get a lot of help in the bathroom. So people see you with a cane, a white cane, and you know, the United States, you say that you are helpful and so forth and so on. And although um, we are very independent, it is then when we may need the help. So let me see if I can explain this further. The place where we don't need the help, which is in small places like describing um, a small bathroom or a small kitchen, this is where you guys help us a lot or over help. And the place where we need help the most, such as in public bathrooms, like theme parks, etc., this is where we least get help. If I have any other blind people listening to me, let me know if this has happened to you, because it certainly has happened to me, where I get a lot of help um, when I am navigating small spaces, but I get very little help when I most need it. So that would be it um, for now. My advice would be that offer more help when we are in crowded places. Even simple things like saying, "Do you need help?" Would be more than enough. Because let me tell you, in crowded places where there's a lot of noise that seeps into echoey places such as bathrooms, where there's a lot of noise, we might get confused, disoriented, and this might help a lot, especially when there's a lot of, flushing toilets or a lot of sinks going on, dryers and things like that. Definitely can be a really big problem. So that's a thought. And remember, we don't need the light on. You do, but we don't. So after you finish showing us where the bathroom is, you don't even have to go in with us or showing where the kitchen is. You know, just with your hand, uh, put put your hand. It's called hand over hand. So you put your hand over our hand, and you touch the door, right? And that's it. There's no need for you to enter with us into that small space. You save yourself some electricity. We'll lock the door so nobody will come in, and there you go. No need to turn on lights or anything like that. At least that's what I do. So, anyway, that's it for now. Thank you very much, and you guys have a nice day. Bye.